Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club.
Blast off in your ear.
Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Special guest in the building this morning,
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Trey Songz.
What's up?
He in here early working on Angie. Early.
I just took my glasses. They look good on her.
You like him?
I like them. You want them?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I want him.
Now, how often does that work, Trey? You give a girl your shades, tell her she look good in them, then ask if she want them.
Nah, I really like my shades.
Forget the girl. I really like my shades.
I really don't give them away generally, but they look good on Angie.
Now, I haven't seen you in a while, man. You out there doing all kind of stuff, peddling booze and...
Peddling booze?
Why'd you make it sound like that?
Damn.
You've expanded the empire.
You took it to the 20s. I'm out here peddling booze.
Prohibition. We appreciate you.
Prohibition, getting the cases across the water.
There goes right behind you.
right there.
Yeah, believe that.
Now, I was reading about you in Forbes and your SX deal and how much you increased the amount of cases that they sold once you signed on with SX.
Right.
So that's good for you. I guess you figure you have a bit of a stake in this now. So
No, most definitely. I'm an owner, partner, and like the brand's been around for 7 years. So just my involvement in this year alone has like increased it way further than projections were. And it's just it's smart, and I really love it.
Right.
In actuality, for me, because like I say bottoms up, 2 reasons, like drinking anthems, I make those all day. So when the opportunity came along to coincide with the brand, it just made sense. And if you look at you look at the bottle, you see what's happening right there. It's actually a woman's body.
Really?
Yeah, like if Angie stood up and crossed her legs like so.
Angie ain't got no curves like that.
Well,
But that is actually Charlamagne's color of his skin. So that's interesting.
I'm more than Negro. Hand me that one. That's me right there. I'm Negro.
That's the cafe.
That's the cafe.
The Negro's right there.
You know
Look,
it in that bottle.
You're more clear.
Negro.
Hell no, you ain't that bottle.
That ain't this Calypso.
No, you're not
Lemon
Calypso.
and mint.
Right.
Definitely not the Negro.
The Negro, you used to be that.
I cleaned it up a little bit.
No more of
Go
that.
see a dermatologist, scrape the toast off a little bit. Why do you have a drink called Negro?
It's called Negro, actually. It's actually Spanish for black.
Same difference.
No, it's just ignorant of
Now we
you
just
to think that I did that.
I said, man, Trey keeping it real.
I made a drink for my people.
Where's your people, bro?
I went straight in and I
Word
wrote
up.
Negro in white.
Exactly.
Just so it don't
Now,
get-
before you walked in, Charlamagne was disappointed. He said, Trey's been staying out of the headlines a lot lately. What's going on with
Yeah,
this
we
guy?
couldn't find much.
What can we make up
Really
about
been a
Trey
headline
Songz?
type of guy, though.
I mean, I'm in the headlines for for music, for
True
the
indeed.
for the most part. That's what I do. That's my profession. I think it's been a good 10 years for me trying to stay out, out of the way of negativity. I think I got a lot of my negativity and a lot of crazy videos and people, before the phenomenon of Instagram and all of that came along, like when I had braids.
Yeah, now should we just actually saw you perform at the big show at the Joe in Detroit. Great job there.
Oh, it was
I feel like
crazy.
we were with Trey a lot last year too, doing all the.
Yeah, y'all was with me so much last year. We don't talk this year. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, cause y'all was at the show too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do
I
you
ain't
ever
even
get
see y'all.
home?
Nah, actually, I went home for the first time with my LA house, which is actually like
I don't know.
where no, that's like my main house. So I haven't been there. I've been there twice this year. Like
Damn.
a total of probably 8 days.
Well, that's good. I mean, you got to
Yeah.
pay for the house, so at least you're working.
Right. Nah, I'm definitely working. Like the album, Trigger Reloaded, it's right here. Tremaine album coming soon as well. Went on tour with CB, went on tour with Nicki, been to Africa. I did all the grad bash dates for Orlando and Universal. That's something we've been doing for a while. Essence Fest coming up, SX is popping off, the alcohol brand. So it's just all about, working hard and expanding the brand.
And you just got the news that Slow Motion's #1.
Yeah, just right now got that news. That's
Congrats.
awesome. That's,
You beat out Rihanna, right?
yeah, that's the fourth #1 off Trigger. So thank y'all so much
Wow.
for the
Dope.
love.
That's incredible. You
How-
working this album.
How was the
Yeah,
tour with Chris
stretching it
Brown?
out. It was dope. We had a couple things unplanned for, a couple cancellations and like pushback, but all together, if you look at the entirety of what it was, and the amount of money we grossed net, you look at the fans' experience and how we were able to like get through it without any complications. We still friends, because touring and money and all of that can't get in the way of friendships, and business and blood kind of don't mix sometimes. But it was a blessing we was able to get through that and still be successful, still be friends, and the possibility is actually there even for more to happen again because it was a fruitful thing.
As a friend, do you ever have to tell him like, Chris, you're fucking up the money, bro? Like, come on.
I mean, I've had many conversations with him about, the money, about, his personal well-being, all that. But, what Chris got going on with Chris got to figure out, no matter who talked to him, all that. And I think it's beautiful, man, that he just being a father in his daughter's life right now.
He calmed him down a lot.
Yeah, no, it's dope. I pray for Chris. I pray for all my friends, and I think he under a lot of scrutiny and it's very hard. It's the difference between me and Chris. I tell people all the time, like Chris was 15 when we started. I was 20, so it was different. And Chris went straight up the pop charts. It took me a cool 4 years to even see an amount of success he had initially.
You said amount of sex.
Yeah, you did say amount of sex.
That's cliche. I was trying to say success. I guess it
took
just
me 4 years to get the amount of sex.
I just
when first got in the game.
Yeah, Chris was having so much sex. No, so for me, I was already a man per se. When this happened and the slower escalation of success, it got me the chance to wrap my mind around what it is. But when you actually becoming a person and figuring out who you are in front of people, and then you have something, crazy happen in your life, and people build you all the way up to try to tear you down. I can only imagine what it's like.
Have you caught the daddy bug yet?
Man, I want kids, man. I mean,
30 now, Trigger.
I've been wanting children before, like you could even imagine. Like I raised all the kids in my family. Like, my younger brother, he's 20 years old. He just had his first child. I remember when he was a child. Like I used to burp him, change his diaper. So now he got a baby. Like, so.
Let's take the condom off.
Nah, I don't think it's that simple. Like for me. I want to make sure.
For you, Charlamagne, no problem. But someone like Trey who has things at risk.
Right. You just want to take the condom off. That sounds a little crazy. There's more to it than that, I would like to believe. No, but I want kids. I want a family, all that, man. But, I'm not in a rush to do it because people think that's what it should be happening in my life, or that I need kids, or that my mama been begging me for a grandbaby, or any of that. I just want to make sure that it's the right decision.
That's important you say that, because a lot of girls think that only happens to them. Like, as they get older, people are like, oh, you got to have a baby now. You got to have a family. Now,
everybody,
guys get that too.
My whole family, every time I come home. Now I got a nephew, so it's definitely, they want me to have a baby like 6 months from now. Like, they trying to figure it out. So when? Like,
but I'm sure they're very concerned about who you have a baby with also.
No, actually, they not too much at this point.
They just want one.
Wow, it's so, I just was actually talking about it earlier. My friend, I remember a couple years ago, actually, like I had to go take a couple tests.
A couple?
Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't know these people, like, that were claiming I had to. Like, this type of stuff I keep out the media, you know what I'm saying?
Them girls must not got Twitter then. That's one good tweet.
No, it was like a couple accusations throughout my career. It's happened a few times, but it's so fraudulent that it don't even make it.
And you still keep taking the test?
No, you take it one time and it's cool, yeah. But I remember, like, my mama went with me. I'm like, Mom, it's cool. Like, I don't know this girl. Like, she like, but if it is yours, we gotta see it for the blessing it is, and it's gonna be it's not. I don't know who this person is. Claiming I got it right.
Can you counter sue people for that, for taking you to court and making you take a paternity test?
By the time I do all that, I spent more money.
Right.
Than they got to offer.
Now, Tremaine, is that your last album on this label?
No, I actually re-upped last year, so I got a couple more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got 3 more albums.
Now, I read somewhere that you were planning to get married this summer. Is that a rumor or?
Yeah, it's definitely a rumor.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, it's definitely. If I was planning to get married this summer, she'd probably be pregnant.
Oh, so you're saying
shotgun wedding?
Yeah. If I knock you up, I might marry you.
No, I'm just saying. Why not?
Word. Do you think that would hurt your image? Like if you was like married and wifed up with a baby? Because you are the sex symbol out here.
I mean, that can only go for so long, though. As a man, as a person, I've for a long time let, public perception and who I am, like my brand, and be the be the leading force in my life, like making decisions about women, about children, about all that. So I think I'm at the point where I put in, enough time where as though I could go, live my life and my fans will still be happy. But I still think very seriously about doing it for the right reasons and making sure it's the right person and not getting caught up.
You'd break so many girls' hearts. Plus, the girl you date or wife up could not have Twitter or Instagram because them girls online would kill her.
They vicious,
crazy.
bro.
Well, I don't know if you're aware, but I thought you did have a girlfriend.
I don't have a girlfriend.
But somebody that you consider special in your life.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the only reason we not, one of the reasons is just because of what you're saying. Like, it take a lot for people to deal with that, I know what it's like to be scrutinized, talk crazy to online all day. But when you take a picture with somebody and they just draw their own conclusions and make life a living hell for a person, it just kind of deters them away from what the real thing was. I think when you're trying to build with somebody and trying to actually become something special, you got to kind of really figure out what it is between the two of you before you share it with the world. And it's kind of hard when people take pictures everywhere you go, or and people want to be appreciated. People want to be known that they love, and you want to be shown. And it's complicated, but I'm trying to figure it out.
What about when Meek tweet out, Trey's done smashed every chick in the industry?
I mean,
Does
just
that help or hurt?
dry snitching. Just dry snitching on your boy.
See, like even your friends know.
Meek dry snitch, 50 to dry snitch. Everybody dry snitch on your boy. I'm a scapegoat for these guys.
But does it help or hurt though? Because as a woman like, I'm not gonna date you. You smash everything.
I mean, of course, don't nobody want to hear that, but I deal with it.
It's true.
And you did give yourself the moniker Mr. Steal Your Girl, so you ain't helped the situation.
I mean, I said it one time and it been kind of true.
I stole one dude's girl, and now I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Now what happened with Travis Scott in Virginia?
I don't know.
They said he said
F Trey Songz, and then next thing you know, there's a bunch of dudes in braids surrounding his tour bus.
That's crazy how that kind of thing happens. That's crazy how that kind of thing happens. I don't really know nothing about it.
Do you think that he probably thought he could get away with that because Trey's R&B, but he ain't?
I mean,
realized
Travis
Trey's
got that. I mean, the
new.
next day he DM'd me and apologized. I ain't really tell nobody that, or that ain't for nobody to know. But he ain't really mean that. He ain't that kind of guy like that.
Why though? Why did say F Trey? That's random. F Trey Songz.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people feel like that. He just started saying what was on his mind at the time.
Sound like Trey stole his
Must
girl.
be over a woman.
It's all good though.
You just met
man.
his ex-girl. You ain't realize it though.
Maybe
you did.
Knowing
him.
I don't know why he don't like me.
Maybe that's why it's his ex-girl.
But he cool though now.
Oh, yeah.
The bus gets surrounded.
Lord have
things change.
Do you get those calls though? Like, hey, bro, somebody just
I get all those calls, but I'm so far removed from that, man. Like people, like still at this point in my career, associate me with R&B and women and all that. So somebody might try me or think I'm sweet, and I gotta kind of look to the side, or I'm at the point where that don't matter no more. What people say or insults, it don't really do me any good to say anything back or send guys or anything like what.
They gonna ride for you anyway though.
Right, I ain't calling nobody.
Yeah, like I heard you got beat up. Yeah, that's what happened. Come here. Now, have you ever just taken a break to just sit back and enjoy the fruits of your label? Because you always, like you said,
man, listen, I just said this the other day. I need a damn break, man. I've been working real hard, but I love what I do, though. Mm-hmm. I love doing shows.
I was going to ask you, do you still enjoy it? Because it looked like you had fun when we seen you in Detroit. It looked like you was really, like you enjoyed it.
I do, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, it's nothing I'd rather do. And I remember coming off stage in Detroit. And, like my first album, July 26th, this year, it'd be 10 years.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So I remember the first time I played The Big Show at the Joe. Or first time I played a lot of these shows that are like staple shows in cities and big shows. So when I go on stage now and I got my band, I got my production, I got this, it's a whole lot different. But for me, like I always remember, because the same stage, the same arena, same dressing rooms, the same hallways. The only thing's changed is my position in the time.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder about that because I always, like I said since last year how dope your show had gotten. Mm-hmm. And I look at these bills sometimes and I'm like, well, Trey the biggest artist on here. Why it don't seem like he the headliner?
Because I don't headline radio show. You don't pay me enough to do that. the headline radio show. You got to be there when traffic there. You got to hold the expectation of a group of people that came to see a group of people. When you headline a show and it's your show, you know, you are the draw. You know, I can't be the draw for a radio station unless you giving me
the money,
like a whole lot of to close the show out. Because people, no matter what, a radio show doors open like 4 or 5. You've been there all day. It get to be 11 o'clock. The main act ain't went on. You know, so even if they want to see you, people got things to do tomorrow. Right. People got traffic they got to beat. People got kids. So now you there in the arena leaving. So you're really the biggest act, but
people leaving. While
people leaving while you the best. I'm cool.
I always say that going on last isn't always all it's cracked up to be. It's
not for a
radio
radio show though.
Yeah,
because it's a difference. Like it's promoted to the radio station's fan base. So you talking about people that are fans of all of these artists, not one more so than the next.
Did you ever imagine this when you first started out to be this big?
Ah, man, I got dreams of being way bigger.
Hey, we heard you on Z100 a couple weeks ago. You about to make that crossover move? What you? Huh? You finally about to do that pop record that you've been fighting for so long?
Man, I mean, you know, the dope thing about being on Z100 or having records go top 40 is I don't make my records with that in focus or in mind. Like I think it's been so ill, so much of a blessing to be able to be me on the records, and you know, they had a success that they do. Like I said, it's the 4th #1 in the last year for me. So and for me, it feels like kind of quietly, you know what I mean? But I'm just all about, you know, making sure that even at this point in my career, I'm still thriving for the best me, still thriving to be better than I was yesterday, to make records that are real to me, to make records that my fans can relate to even at this point.
What about acting? I know you put your foot in there some.
Right.
Are you gonna
I love acting, man. But like this year's been so busy. It's been a lot of opportunities that I've actually missed, like due to touring or unavailability. But I definitely want to make sure that I don't leave that world for too long, because, you know, you got to stay present and within that mindset as a creative person to make sure you actually good at it. You take too much time away from something, and, you know, you got to start all the way over with your classes, with your actual presence and awareness. But I love acting. And
you have a dream role or a director or somebody you want to work with?
I think just a comedic, a comedy romantic joint.
I can see
right
that.
Now, I want to be an action guy too. Like I want to jump over cars and shoot guns and, you know, save the girl. I want to do all that.
You want to live your old life on screen. When you had the braids. You was jumping off stage.
When I was jumping.
He had the braids.
Listen, he always want to bring up the crazy. You want to relive your old life on screen. You want to jump over cars and shoot guns.
Now, what roles have been out there that we probably know of that you could have had?
And like I won't say the roles, but just the films in particular, like the barbershop, the shooting right now, like the being able to even not
to audition,
sit down with Cube or not, you know, being overseas, you know, you get back and that's in full production. It's a couple others as well.
Would you have done Empire?
Yeah, I actually would. You know, depending on what the role consists of. I don't know if I do Empire as Trey Songz, because that doesn't really do anything for me as an actor. You know, it would probably increase my brand within that space to those Fox viewers that aren't really aware of what's up. But at the same time, like, I probably would want something a little better.
Now, I saw your thoughts on the Charleston shooting. Do you believe the answer to hate is simply just to spread love, like you said?
I think, man, if you look at the course of America's history, it's been, you know, things getting shaken up that create change, whether it's done violently, non-violently. It's been the speaking about it. It's been the gathering of people to say that we have to have change of a certain sort. And I think it's just a little devastation that these things are happening now, and it's being, you know, swept under the rug, where you know, a young man gets arrested and shot up, and they bring up his negative past. They call him thug, you know, gangster this, but, you know, boy going to church and shoot 9 people, and they talking about his broken home and, you know, his mental condition. But, you know, it's mental condition for people that's in urban environments too. We never get notoriety for that. We never get we never get the star after you done something crazy. Like they make a note to point out the problems for a person.
We're just thugs.
Right, we just thugs and gangsters, and it's sad, man. Like when the Charleston thing happened, I really, because I know Charleston, you know, I'm from Virginia. I've been through that a lot of times. Mm-hmm. So it just when it happened, I literally was like, I'm not surprised, because I think that anything can happen in America nowadays. Anything in the world, you see more devastating things happen all over, and we in the best country. We love our country, you know. But at the same time, I was really like, wow. I ain't really have no words. Like it took me a while to put that tweet together, like to even gather my words to be encouraging, because you want to tell people to pray, but people getting killed in church. You want to tell people to have hope, but the people that's trying to be the most positive about life, the people, and he even said they were so nice and you want to kill them. Like how you even say that, you know? So like for me, it was just, how do you bring your mind to uplift people in a time like this? And the only thing that you can really do is spread love, because when you can't change something, to have the hate inside you boiling up, and hate against hate is only going to create more hate. So we just got to create awareness and, you know, have people showing love to one another in more ways than we have been.
All right.
We appreciate you joining us.
Hold on, we ain't finished yet.
I know.
I seen a headline that said,
Let me try to give me up.
Let me try to cut it
man,
short.
you been here in a while. You like, oh, I appreciate you.
What you got to do, bro? But what you got to do?
I ain't got nothing to do.
If you looking at it, he said, all right, so.
Oh, you know what? I know what it is.
I got nothing
MV has an issue with you because of his wife.
No, I don't.
What?
What was the issue?
Don't start that, because they're going to think he smashed my wife.
No,
I did not. I did not. I did look at her crazy,
He
though.
did look at your wife, remember?
Where we was at?
Yeah, remember that?
She
I
looked,
looked at my wife kind of crazy one
yeah,
time.
she kind of looked back, though, but it was just playful to all.
For that when she got home.
Powerhouse. Powerhouse?
Yeah, it was Powerhouse.
I remember that. You thought she was an artist.
Yeah, I was like, who is that?
Yeah,
She
She
popping.
going on stage.
That's why every time to cut the interview
No, I
short.
definitely thought she was. I was like, who y'all interviewing? And she gave me a little look back. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Probably for all the dirt he done did. Just a little quick joint though. Like,
It can happen.
like, look, boy,
It can happen.
you better.
She's not allowed to take pictures with Trey. Any other artist, good. Trey, no.
Now you
See, you gonna make me a fantasy. You better. You better.
But all right. You are the poster boy for don't leave your girl around me. How much of that reputation is true at this point?
It's all true. You just
No, I'm just saying. He older now. He might.
I mean, the
respect-
thing is, when I actually said that on the record, man, it was a joke. Like I was playing around. That was before the record was even like bottoms up. Before,
That's not funny when it's serious.
But before but listen, before the song was even written, I said that like, oh, it's Mr. Eager. So, like the actual happening of it at this time in my life, I ain't really trying to take nobody, girl. The thing is, when I meet women, 9 times out of 10, I don't know nothing about they man.
All right.
You know, so it ain't like you leaving and you go to the bathroom and I pop up and take your girl number.
That would be crazy.
It's not like, you know what I'm saying? You just, like I literally steal your girl.
That's
like,
a horror movie.
Strong arm your joint. Like, what's up, B? Give me that. Yeah, like it's not that. It's just over the years, I definitely have found out a lot about a lot of men after the fact. Mm-hmm. And a lot of, you know, it is what it is.
I mean, there was a couple situations. Unfortunately, where a couple people committed suicide. And it was because they said Trey was messing with their chicks.
It was. I mean, the thing about that and what upset me, but I actually was like really in a crazy place in my mind at that time, because to place somebody's death on somebody else without knowing the dealings, just based off speculation and based off, you know, wanting website hits or generation to get this room buzzing, like that's sad.
That's nothing to play with.
Like that's real sad. You don't know what spirits you playing with. And I won't go into the depth of the situation because I respect the woman we talking about. I respect her family, and I don't want to talk negatively about anything in the situation. But it's a sad story. Did anybody lose their life because of me? No. Point blank, period.
You think you could be in a monogamous relationship? Like when you do decide to have a baby and settle down, you think it's possible to be with one person?
I think I got to step back a few steps from this world. You know, this lifestyle is not one of regular proportions. Like everything is extreme.
But can you?
He has to
Don't
leave
do
the
it.
world. He has to leave the
it-
world.
No, I
Do it
think
yourself. She gonna pull this up later.
no. It just it gotta be it gotta be a point where I'm ready to separate truly what Trey Songz is from who I am as a person, and ready to like figure out the line between that and my life and the balance of that. Like, and I've been doing this for a long time, and that balance is very hard to find. You know, it's like honestly, like when you go somewhere and you know all eyes on you, and when women like men treat a sexy girl, that's how girls see me. Like, you know how you see a girl, you like, damn, that's how I'm like meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so once you get past that infatuation phase, or you got to really figure out what's what. And if you go all over and anything is accessible, like it's take a whole nother type of self-discipline to really, like, that's even without a girl. You know what I'm saying? That's even like what I'm gonna do. Like, you're gonna be here to do whatever I want to do, and you're gonna leave.
What's the craziest
I don't
thing
have to give no commitment to you. I could just get this stress up off me and get back to my day tomorrow. I ain't got to deal with you. Like, what about this, that, and the other, this girl, this text, this tweet, this, that, none of that.
But then you'd be nervous you hear about it later because of social media. And
Right, but I don't really trip off that.
And what's the craziest thing a fan has done? Because, I mean, they chase you. They're all over you.
And they hide in the hotels, you know.
In the room?
I actually, one time in Chicago, it was a tricky little room, like you got one door and then you got two doors behind the door, but it's the same room.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow, when I came out one of the doors in the little, like I opened the door. So if the door opened like this, there's people right here. There's like 3 people in the corner, like hiding. They had been there for hours though. Like, I ain't know. Like, I was leaving the hotel, so just sleeping over in the hotel. Like I said, a fan tightrope
like
the
that
balcony
ever work?
trying to get on stage.
Tightrope a balcony?
Yeah, she could have lost her life.
Goodness
so you got to
gracious.
give her a hug and a kiss after
I
that.
did. I caught on stage. Then they arrested her.
You called the police?
I didn't call the police.
Do you ever have to get a restraining order?
No, you gotta. If somebody put their life in danger in your establishment, that's a crime.
Do you ever have to get a restraining order against anyone?
I'm looking for this person though that I gotta like. I'm trying to find. I ain't gonna give it too much time. I ain't gonna talk about it, but I want to put a strange note.
What, you got a stalker or something?
Dude, man.
You got
That's the
one too.
worst.
You got a crazy one too.
Yeah, I'm trying
You
not
do?
to talk about it because I don't want to give attention to it either.
Right.
You gotta speak about this kind of stuff, Trey.
You don't, man. My phone start ringing right now.
She got your number.
Connections. I'm telling
Damn
you.
You
it,
gotta
man.
speak about this kind of stuff because it's a double standard. People think men don't have stalkers. You're objectified all the time. They do
I am.
sexually objectify you.
I am. I mean,
Oh,
I kind of.
so we feel bad for Trey that he's sexually
I kind
objectified.
of put that in the air, so I ain't really bitching.
He wants to be a piece
You don't
of
want to
meat.
be looked at as a piece of meat.
I mean,
Yes, he
sometimes
does.
I'm cool with it. Sometimes
She's
I'm not.
attractive.
Goodness gracious.
It seems like though that you had gotten into a little breakup phase and then gotten back together with the
What?
one woman that it
Right.
seems like you really care about. So does it feel like maybe you lost something and then you realized what you lost and wanted to get her back?
But it ain't really that real as a breakup and all that. Like, that's the thing about looking from the outside looking in. You just gonna paint your own picture for what it is. And like any relationship, any friendship, you're gonna work through this, that, and the other. If you care about somebody, you're gonna try to figure it out. And like I was saying everything earlier, it's just difficult trying to, build a foundation or try to find something real with somebody when everybody's so quick to try to tear it apart. You know what I mean? So I'm blessed, man. Like, I've been doing this a very long time, and I've been blessed to like not have most of my relationships, or like everybody know me, Trey, Mr. Steal Your Girl, get the girl, sex this, sex that. But my business ain't been in the street for the most part, and I like that. So, when you get a woman and my reputation, I gotta make sure she knows she loved. I gotta do that without, really relying on social media to do that. I gotta do that with making sure she know that in her heart. I gotta do that with making sure that it can't be torn apart by what people say.
And plus, it's pressure just because you Trey Songz. Like, you got to do like the extra special R&B stuff, like candles and flowers.
What is the most extra special thing
Can't
you've
be
done?
tired when your girl's horny. If you Trey Songz, you can't you can't not send roses when you make a mistake. You can't. You know what I mean?
Everything.
It's a very high level of. I mean, from a woman that knows her worth. At
What's
least.
the most extra special thing you've done, though, would you say?
I've done a lot of special things. I ain't really trying to talk about that on air, though.
There you go.
And I saw you on Andy Cohen last night.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
Lipstick Alley had a headline that said, homophobic singer Trey Songz
What?
is going to be on Andy Cohen.
Why I gotta be that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Where did it come from?
homophobic?
Though?
I was like, when did Trey become homophobic?
I go from at first I was a homo. Now I'm homophobic. they don't know what they want me to be. They want me to be gay. They want me to f your girl. They want me to hate the gays. They don't know what to do with the like. Damn. Figure it out. I got this liquor, man. That's sex, man. Peddling this booze. I got Trigger Reloaded in stores.
Word.
Slow motion #1 right now.
Congrats.
About You coming next, man. It's the Breakfast Club.
Thank you.
Close it out.
Trey, for closing it
It's
out.
over. It's over. All right, Trey. Thanks for having you. You did a great job. We understand everything about it. It's your boy DJ Envy signing off.